when you've sought God's perspective, you're able to fully identify the source of dissonance. Sometimes it's misinformation. It could be culture, and where misinformation comes up, a lot of the time, if that rudder is there, it can tell the difference when the information is coming. If you already had that word hid in your hand, sometimes it comes, no, this does not align, so it's not it. Okay? Then we get to the point of building. That's where you implement what you learned. What did you discover? It's now time to implement and take action. So you move from a place of knowledge to a point of action, and this is where coaching and mentoring and accountability partnerships come in, because then you now need them. Then you develop, when you're done, when you work with these resources, you are able to develop measurable, notice the word measurable is important, not just plans. Plans that you can measure, because if you can't measure them, what's the point? You can't tell whether you're moving forward or not. But measurable plans so that you can review progress along the way. And the 4DX framework is very key to doing this. I know we're going to be delving a lot into this in the weeks ahead. So please, this is not a time to not show up. We are the beneficiaries of whatever we're going to learn in the weeks ahead. And then it's also time to engage with other people, because like we started out, no man is an island. No man is an island. Everybody has a role that they play in another person's life. You need them so you can help, we can implement solutions together. Then once you've done this, the next thing is to personalize it and tailor, and there you're tailoring and contextualizing. And you've got to be able to learn to adapt strategies to your own unique context. We have a problem with that in this country. They're doing it in America, and so we decide we want to come and do it here, without ensuring that we adapt it to our own context. And we look very silly when we do the things that we do. So it's very important that we learn to bring it to where we are and find out how was interviewed and after having achieved whatever they achieved. And it was interesting that there was a singular thread woven through the stories they told. Both of them said in different ways that we did what we did with what we had. We didn't have what is readily available here, where you can go, you need this, you get this, you need this, you get that. So we had to, first of all, imagine what it is we wanted to achieve, and look at what we had and see how we could make what we had around us achieve that thing that we wanted to achieve. So the level of personalization is the point at which, having adapted to yourself, you are able to innovate, because this is unique to you. All right? And this is where you use media and cultural tools intentionally. This is not a place for this is how we do it. This is how we do it does not cut it in this scenario. It is a case of what is needed for this situation. How do we get it done? Then finally, recognize and leverage your unique gifts, your experiences, and your callings. All these things did not happen without a reason. There was a reason why you had to experience all these things, because you are all of us are on journeys to becoming who we are. And we needed to be who we are, or who we are supposed to be, who we are becoming, so we can fulfill God's purpose. But if you don't know who you are, you will live someone else's purpose. So know who you are and personalize whatever it is that's coming up for you, such that you can be as efficient as you need to be to achieve what you need to do. God is inviting us to think his thoughts and walk in his ways. But he's not leaving us alone, he's equipping us, but he equips us differently. Recognize it. so that you can personalize your own growth journey and not run another person's race. Thank you.
You see gentleness. Huh? And you see aggression on this to Pastor Gladys' father's house, and took his father to hospital. I had a relationship with the hospital, and took his father to hospital. I had a relationship with the hospital, so they treated him. And when they finished treating him, because I had a relationship with the hospital were prepared to wait for their bill. And his family became very grateful for what I did. And we became very close friends. But the roof of New Streams was leaking, and the only solution out of it was to replace it with aluminium roof. I didn't have enough money. It was about 6 million naira. So I went to Lagos. I'd raised about 2 million, and I said, could you loan me 4 million naira? He said, no problem. I should come with the papers. So I arrived in his office with the papers. Guys, I arrived in the office with the papers, and he put the papers aside, and he said, Pastor Francis, let us break bread. You see, when you break bread, he said, it's like what happened with Laban and Jacob. He said, I won't cross this line to harm you, and you too won't cross this line to harm me. I'm asking you to let's have that kind of covenant within us. Am I making sense? Today. But I'm not only putting a burden on it. I'm saying if you have a sickness or a disease or a need or a want, this covenant that you're making today will break it. Am I making any sense? I know maybe the children's church or the teenage church, they maybe feel hurt with the way I put our whatever in the open. But we have covered our wounds for too long. You see, people don't understand something. They shoot you. A bullet is in your hand. You can wrap that bullet and say, I'm okay. But if you go to a real hospital, you know what they will do? They will open it up. The pain you will go through for them to remove the bullet. But if you don't, that bullet will become rotten in your hand. And you will ultimately lose your hand. I had to do surgery on us. Am I making sense? By telling you the truth that you have cognitive dissonance. All of us. And I'm not an exception. I'm not an exception. And I just wanted us to be command upon you blessings. They will deliver schools to you. They will deliver institutions to you as you walk in the light of the truth that God has revealed to you. You will be a man sought after, not just by schools, by governments. Because I have waited for such a time as this, when I can prepare you for the assignment I have for you. Yea, you thought you are a warrior. You thought you are a prayer man. No, you are my armed assassin who is going right into the sphere of education to change it. To build it, to restore everything I have for your mountain. Thank you. Lift up your hands. Let him touch you. Have they given them emblems? Take the emblems. Go into covenant with him. So listen to me, the promotion some of you are going to get, Jesus. You will wake up and say, is this me? Is this me that they're giving this responsibility to? And God will say, yes. And you will say, Lord, I've been waiting. He says, no, I am the one who's been waiting for you. I was waiting for you to be prepared. I was waiting for you to be ready for the assignment I have for you. Do you not know I do not put novices in office? I want you to go to him. Listen, you know what he said?